The other answers provided here so far are okay, but most of them are quite judgmental, and not very helpful. The term, dismissive avoidant, refers to an attachment style. There's a pretty good write-up on Wikipedia. I won't try to repeat it here, you can just look it up. What I will do here is describe what it feels like to have an avoidant attachment style from the perspective of a person who probably has that style, me. I'm probably more fearful avoidant than dismissive avoidant, so it's not exactly the same, but some things are common. The first thing you need to know is that, from the perspective of an avoidant person, this attachment style feels completely natural and appropriate. One of the main characteristics of being avoidant is a tendency to avoid conflict and painful emotional experiences. To me, this seems totally natural. I can't imagine why anyone would not want to avoid conflict. It just doesn't feel good. Unless you somehow get off on feeling bad, why would you want to engage in conflict? If I feel like you are attacking me, of course I am going to avoid you. That's only natural, isn't it? That's not a real question. Whether or not it feels natural to you isn't important here. I'm telling you that to an avoidant person it is natural. So, knowing that should give you a big clue as to what you need to do if you are in a relationship with someone with any of the avoidant styles. You have to minimize conflict. Obviously, there are going to be times when you disagree, but remember, you can disagree without conflict. Most avoidant people are perfectly able to do that, as long as you keep emotion out of it. Now there are times when you won't be able to keep emotion out of it. Times when you are upset or hurt or angry and need to let your partner know that. That's okay, let them know how you feel. But do be prepared that when you do that, they will almost certainly withdraw. That doesn't mean they didn't hear you. It doesn't mean they don't love you. Here's the thing, let them withdraw. Trust me on this, the worst possible thing you can do is try to force them to stay engaged. Let them withdraw to re-establish their own feelings of safety and self-control. That's what they need. If you let them do that, then they will be able to return and hopefully address your needs. If you don't let them do that, then, sorry to tell you this, but you are headed for misery or breakup or both. Another point, the less harsh and critical you can be, the less withdrawal there will be. Here it's very important to learn to talk about your own wants and needs and opinions, without attacking them. Use I statements. Talk about yourself. I want X, or I need X, or even, I would love it if you would do X, is much more likely to succeed than, you never do X. Or, you should do X. The latter statements are going to trigger feelings of being unsafe or controlled, and will almost certainly not result in you getting what you want. Remember, just because you have a different style, doesn't mean that the avoidant person's style is wrong or bad. If you choose to be with them, love them for who they are, not who you want them to be.